Awesome. Awesome. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It is a good time to be alive right here today. As I transition into my real studies and what I do, and my university grows, I like to thank all those that's not in my class who just stumble about and come over whenever they get a chance to press one every now and then. Rarely hit the like button. Don't support but want the best out of Kev. Shout out to y'all. Y'all really encourage me. Shout out to my trolls. Shout out to all of y'all. Shout out to you, my favorite trolls. Y'all really encourage me, which in turn encourages my research team to go even further. Shout out to Todd. Shout out to Amanda. Shout out to you guys in the background who just keep researching knowledge and wisdom and really don't want nothing but to thank Kev. They don't want nothing from me. Here you go. You feel me? Here goes some information. They truly people who study and really been here. They're not the only ones, but I'm saying you guys really been here, kind of focused, not trying to use my information to further their careers, not trying to use me for my energy, waste my time. You gotta thank those people. They not here. They just here. Here's what you're studying, what you said. I found this, which totally proves what you said. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. They're not going back to prove what I said was right. They going back to prove that they studying and listening to what I'm saying to them. There's a difference. Press one. I want all of my students operating out of that mental complexity. We work too hard. It's a lot of good information that cross these airwaves. A lot of men come here and cross paths with the row and they leave us out here. So I got to give thanks to those who got courage, who found courage in the last year, 2 years, 3 weeks. It don't matter to call in and try to put it together in your mind as you see it, given the information you learned right here. Your job ain't to thank me all the time and thank you. We not even finished. So I keep asking what we thanking for. We not even finished and you not studying. I got it. Shout out to you guys. There's a lot of things you can be doing, but you tuned in to this. And I'm gonna start doing this probably once or twice a week. Y'all know I don't really come on the weekends, boxing, chill mode, time to rest the mind, you know. But I'm gonna start coming on and helping you talk about these notes we take before school on Monday. Hit that like button. I'm just trying to find better ways to interact. And those who don't, that's cool. That's cool. But I'm looking for those who are learning something, not just not just here because there's something to do. That's cool if you are again. That's cool to think your brain can retain all this and then when I ask you something, you lose all your confidence and all that at one time. Try to make me look bad for asking regular questions to see where you at mentally. I'm not that doped up on thank you, Kev, and we love what you just did. I'm more focused on show me what I just did. Prove it to me. And this is separating the good studiers and people who are researching from people who just here, who show up to class, learn. That's what's up. But it just helps me shift through. You know what I'm saying? The people, because even I get not frustrated. I'm, how are you sitting here and you're not? We're not having any engagement mentally. How is that even possible? You know, I'm not going. I'm not here to talk about rappers like that. Not all that shit. The nigga get more correspondent talking about rap, and I'm not here to do that. Y'all got thousands and thousands upon ignorant niggas on the internet. on the internet that you can tune in to. We talking about what's today's title? Theodore Roosevelt and the White Fleet and Title 42, A Blast from the Past. That title alone should be enough that the men should say, wow, we touch on so many different levels. There's no reason why you being as bright as you are trying to appear to be from the chat room, are not verbalizing yo. Even though you know, I don't even fool around. I will block you that fast. They come in still faking the funk. Yeah, that's what's up. It's not rolling here. What's up, Shelly? What's up, Royal Purple? Shout out to you for this long journey and this walk, and got a few more hours left in your culinary art. So I feel like we cousins or something, cuz we been here the whole time, you in culinary art and me being your favorite YouTuber. I feel like we cousins and shit. You know, you about to graduate, Woody. In this graduating season for all those who been mentally on their shit. I mean, mentally and progressively working towards their goals. There is no we when you doing your shit. You see what I'm saying? Ain't nobody with her at culinary arts class trying to figure out how to make better business and show her craftsmanship in her field that she's in and listen to the role at the same time. And she don't graduate it, and niggas is still playing around. That's why I said, ain't nobody playing at KevRow University. Ain't nobody playing but you. Cause we got real lives. There's people out here really putting it down. Shout out to Forest Glory and all her blessings that's coming with. I'm looking at the Instagram like, that's insane. That's insane. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that I can play a part via these airwaves and get people through their days with this information. People who are just yearning for knowledge and wisdom and doesn't see this as a place to just chill. It's people that take advantage of where they at in time and who they around, and there's just other people who just don't get it until those people moved on. Shout out to you, 901 The True. Shout out to you. So I encourage everybody just to do more than press one. Become involved because Theodore Roosevelt and the White Fleet and Title 42, my man Taj took a lot of time to bring that to the forefront. That ain't even me. That's Taj. See, he don't went and discovered more. We don't put this nigga on a boat on his own. You know those boats that sit off the main boat you supposed to be using to rescue? We don't set him in the front. We send him you know, just go about 3,000 yards out east. We keep you on this tether and pull your ass back. I swear, this fleet right here, this describes their whole historical theater of war lie. We have not only a timeline, time frames and shit, sequences of events, amendments going all the way back to the early 1900s, but shit, nigga, we got the theater of war. We got the Truman, I'm gonna say the Truman Show. We don't found the sister cities. And with this Roosevelt, the White Fleet, we don't found the original sister cities. Press one and the floating hospital that's in their their god Neptune that represents the sea. Press one, you break the Triton, you break the curse. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and contribute to this page. This is a non-corporate. They don't ban me for sure. Support this page. That's all I can say. Support. My Cash App is at the bottom down here, so you know where it's at. How you doing, Miss Karen? How you doing? Yeah, I gotta. I'm just switching it up. I'm not. This ain't learning right now because y'all don't know what the hell the White Fleet is unless you was kind of brave enough to go research it real quick before I got on the air. You got to know what that is. The White Fleet is slavery. It's African Americans. It's the whole play. The slave story and all that, all them battleships at sea, a lot of them was lost at sea. All this theater of war that's been going on since the beginning of their inception or overthrow. I didn't even know you can arrest the queen and put her under house arrest. That's treason. That's impossible. The king had to be dead. So I see why a lot of individuals don't like us finding out the truth, because a lot of people fighting and claiming they got the truth and fighting for black power and black supremacy. Hell, I'm a problem. We're a problem. These people want you to be slaves as a 14th Amendment debts citizen. Y'all see them raising the debt ceiling? That's because they need more slaves. Press one. See, we know that as African Americans. Oh, the debt ceiling? Oh, America's about to collapse? Good. Oh, just raise the debt ceiling and invite more debt slaves. But nobody wants the debt. Press one. Nobody wants the debt. And the people ain't working. That's why Elon Musk is like, oh, people that work from home, they're not working. After he gets indicted for the Epstein shit. Smoke and mirrors, baby. Smoke and mirrors. Y'all not paying attention to the real world or the illusion. Y'all just getting doped up on information and pretending to be Mr. Gillespie in your off time. Right, ladies? That's what these niggas is doing. Hey, I'm smart. Look what I did right here. Yeah, right here, right here. Please, please believe me. That's right. Shout out to y'all too. Y'all spread the good word. Y'all spread the good word. Keep going, champion. And then come back when you need some more porch. Hit them up. So, a lot of y'all don't know about the voyage of America's Great White Fleet. So we're going to watch a small clip today. Today's like a shortened day. Just to keep you engaged, go over to the Patreon, sign up, and contribute to this. This is what we're talking about all week long. Okay? Because it's in the time frame. You got World War I, World War II, you got the Great White Fleet, you got all of these historical events that you can see who you are, what happened to you, the who, what, where, when, and why. All right here on the row. And this is the voyage of America, America's Great White Fleet. You should know what this means. You should know allegorical, subliminal, as they say, but they really double speech, allegorical concepts made real because of your belief in some external whatever. This shit happened. And these white folks just got here a few grandmas ago and cooped this entire nation. And if you don't know that mission and what we're doing and what we have been doing is uncovering that piece by piece, amendment by amendment. Well, the critical ones, at least. The critical ones. It's a beautiful time in the world when where Mr. Gillespie can create a university where we can teach our own history right here. Yeah, everybody's talking about our ancestors and giving no forethought about themselves and the future. We can talk about our past right here on the road. Right here. Ain't nothing better than that. You don't got to believe in spaceships and moons like Ben Carson. I've been listening to Ben Carson in shame. I say, no, these people ain't listening to this jargon. They rather have their minds on the Nephilim 40 million years ago when they first created man in the laboratory than what just how our heritage was. You know why? Because Ben Carson and the rest of these people are insects. He's like a fly, a bug, a agent bug. That's his name, Agent Bug, at the Men in Black. That's his name, Agent Bug. He here to be a goddamn African. Press one and tell you that your ancestors from 30 light years, galaxies away, is still looking for you. And they got all the technology to do it right now. They say all this about God and why they don't like God so much and he ignorant. But not one of these space aliens, none of these melanated niggas out of space has come down and told young Pharaoh nothing. There ain't not one nigga who can prove not one ancestor on a different planet. Them niggas ain't got not nan telescope. They ain't got not one microscope. Press one. Them niggas ain't checked into one class about even how to observe space and time and the continuum of. Press one. These niggas put stars and shapes and moons and shit on their hats and clothing wear to put you to sleep. That's what they do. And not one of these niggas can tell us nothing about who we are right here in the Americas. And y'all don't find that strange? Nigga, you dealing with whole foreign militia brigades across America right now. Press one. Ideologically subverting your brain to hate yourself. Don't come tell me some shit that you subverted. You let them subvert your brain and you got the power to change the channel. You like being subverted. Maybe it's a sexual turn on to y'all. I don't know what it is. What's up? Good to see you, Mitchell. Good to see you coming into the class. I don't know what it is, Mitchell. They like to be subverted. They like to come and tell me where their brains been while I'm focused on the Great White Fleet that my other students, press one, don't present it. Your brain is on juvenile, son. My brain is on the ideological subversion of history. These is two different people here. They can be the same color. They can be in your so-called natural family, but these are two different people at the moment. You either with us and you from here or you're part of the Great White Fleet. There is no if, ands, buts about it. Period. As the city girls say, period. You either I'm trying to tell you, it's up to you to accept the truth. That's not on me. I'm going to tell you the truth. And the truth hurt. But the truth will set you free. Press one. That's the thing about it. The truth hurt. But the truth going to set you free. Ain't no, without the shadow of a doubt, as they used to say in the WWF. Press one. Shout out to Betty Hampton for that contribution. Jason Hill and Cedric Jefferson. Lord have mercy. Shout out to you guys for contributing to this page. They done created these people running this play over and over and over again. Now, one of these niggas ever said nothing about the Supreme Court. They all wee in the legislation and commercial law and common law, all this. But ain't nobody talking about George Washington, the stolen inheritance and legacy, the people being stolen. The Washington Monument is surrounded by nothing but Serapis flags Blasphemy. That's like a conquering. Never mind. Let's get back to the show. Let's get back to it. I can't be. My brain goes. My brain. They don't created this character Theodore Roosevelt, who ain't nothing but multiple characters. Press one at the same time. You will believe the illustration slash illusion more than your mind and reality. That's the shame. That's the problem. That's the problem. You rather believe them. I'm telling you, genocide. Now they say genocide. Now you know genocide. Press when I say the West Coast, they say genocide, the West Coast. You now know genocide, the West Coast. A Mexican Spaniard person cannot tell me they Aztec or none of that. Because all of that is corporate sponsor, federal nothingness. You burned the African Americans right here, and you captured and enslaved them, Portuguese and you Spaniard slash Italian. That's why all y'all speak the same language. Uh, stop. Let's stop now. Let's just stop. There was no United States of America incorporated before this happened. You guys were running the whole. You guys created new charters and called yourselves United. United against what? Thee. Like the Bible say. A whole motherfucking legion of individuals from foreign nations. You can't escape the truth. That's the truth. But we gonna let them tell it so we can get more in depth with it. Sure, you if the Indian mean organic person of this land and not wearing feathers on your head, fine, you is an Indian. You's an organic person of this land. Fine, I'll give it to you. Fine. And you knock all that turtle shit off because you know you can't rub two rock together and come up with a better theory than that. Press one, the turtle. What? You allow me to be the jokes, the teacher and the class clown with that shit. Help me understand. And you gotta have more than 6 words in your language to even know what the Constitution, contract is even about. Press one, so I wouldn't even recommend you assuming yourself to be ignorant. That'd make you a nigga. And I'm tired of being a nigga. Press one. See? Why fall back into the why learn so much just to slip on a fucking egg and fall all the way back down? It's okay to stumble sometime. Press one. You keep moving forward. Assume you take it out on the chin and keep moving. You don't just create more and bank more on the lie. That make you a deceiver. You can't, like my truth. If you can't come against this truth, you lost. Every nigga know that. That's why they all fear the row. And I mean fear as far as intellectually. They fear that's their ego. They want to let being God or whatever go. They don't want to let it go. You got people out here that will say, wait a minute. So you want me to learn everything all over again or believe the lie? So let's get to the basics of this. Press one. You want me. Press one. Yeah, and you're going to prove that old dogs can learn new tricks. Press one. Yeah, you get what? KevRow. If you know something is wrong, then it's wrong. You can't be the one, well, ain't my issue. That's how the Titanic sank. And they knew something was wrong, but didn't get the word around, remember? And when the word don't go, and people don't take it because in their positions, they don't really understand how detrimental it is. They, well, that gear doesn't matter. Until the gear fucking is the reason, until FAA is why the airline go down. And then you're like, wait a minute, the gear does matter. The wheel didn't come off. That's why the airline skated across and needed emergency balloons and all the people got to slide down. Because the gear, who didn't check the fucking gear? This guy, we figure he just got back. You don't figure here, bro. It matters. Everything matters. Hit the like button. Black and silver, talk to me. So it's a great time to be alive. I want y'all to pull out your handy dandy notebooks. Pull out your handy dandy notebooks and get ready to watch we're gonna watch something that's gonna kind of let you know what we talking about with the Great White Fleet. Press 1. Now everybody know who this is. It's your uncle, Theodore Roosevelt, the Prussian or Peruvian, whatever one you want to go by. I don't give a damn no more. The Prussian agent who robbed America and gave it all to his cousin over there. Press 1. That the Americans hold so dearly. We don't find out why they even named this fool the Trust Buster. Well, who trust was they busting if they're all immigrants? And because in court it say, in God we trust. Not Lloyds of London. Not hedge fund managers. Press 1. Not them. No, who's you're busting? Who's trust? And we find out who trust they're busting. African American people who call themselves African Americans. Oh, excuse me, black in law. Should have a grand understanding. So let's listen up. Get your earbuds out. You know what I'm saying? And listen greatly, because this is powerful, powerful conversation for what we're talking about here today.
Theodore Roosevelt. He wasn't your pompous.
And not only that, take notes on how arrogant and they are with the deception, because you're going to hear it if you're a student of mine. You're going to hear it. You're going to hear the deception. Your brain is going to be operating. It's going to be like, what the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck? That means your brain is operating on multiple levels, understanding the deception. Don't let the what the fuck. Don't drink some water, hit the blunt or something if you smoke, go outside, take a walk, because you're going, what the fuck? I'm telling you how to deal with your natural reaction. Don't let people on the outside think you crazy. No, I mean, don't give them a reason to call you crazy, because you're talking to a bunch of crazy people who don't want to think on their own, and that takes time. Thinking on your own, that hurt when you don't think, when you never thought of your own. It's confusing at times. It take time for that shit to start. Oh, shit. So pay attention, guys. That's all I'm saying.
It's time to put on your weird cavalry hat and refer to everything as bully, because today we're going to be talking about the incredible President Theodore Roosevelt. He wasn't your pompous everyday president, and if you know anything about his time in or out of office, you'll see why he's not only one of the greatest presidents, but also one of the greatest human beings who ever lived. Teddy Roosevelt explored the Amazon. He got in a bar fight in Montana. He frequently skinny dipped into the Potomac while he was in office. He had a pet bear, a lizard, a pig, a badger, a one-legged rooster, guinea pigs, a pony, a rabbit named Peter, and a hyena. Roosevelt was a cowboy before joining the American military and leading the famous Rough Riders up San Juan Hill. And in my eyes, no president can top the sheer audacity and fearlessness of this incredible president. Roosevelt evidently had many accomplishments in his career. He established national parks, promoted conservation, challenged enormous monopolies.
Okay, if he created national parks, he hostilely took over from the people that was here. But he didn't take this over from Indians. Are y'all crazy? Makes sense. If you telling me, oh, the federal government took everybody's shit and then made all the federal land, nigga, that didn't happen to Indians, fool. Hold up, where did my fucking whistle name at? Nigga, that happened to you. Nigga, they got you warped in 2 different times. Nigga, they done created the Philadelphia experiment in your brain. Nigga, your shit is merged together, nigga. Your ass is a living Picasso. Straighten up, king. Psh, press button. Your life is fucking split. You motherfucking splice. Wake up, y'all. Wake up, bro. We all know this happened. So if he's the one that did it, then he's the Adolf Hitler your ass is looking for. Press 1. You looking for somebody with the pictures and shit that look like a person acting. You need to be looking at the symptom and the aftermath of what happened. They'll love, nigga, after they killed the president, they put out a person right on TV and killed him too. Press. You killed Kennedy. Let's get out this police car. Pow! Nigga, hey, this world is insane. I'm not finna participate because it's stupid. And even if it is 37 million stupid Americans, and I'm mean. Nigga, this is dumb. And when you pay attention to history accurately, the only thing you can do is chuckle a bit because it hurt. Like Tupac say, smile. You know what I'm saying? You black. Nigga, you black. You ain't got nothing to be worried about. That mean you already dead. And waiting on your resurrection. Press 1. That's you, nigga, you black. Press 1. What you talking about? You are dead in law. Let's go.
Got shot, still gave the speech, and most significant of all, only to viewers of this channel, was the voyage of the American Great White Fleet. Around the late 1800s, the United States decided they were done Monroe Doctrining and they had run out of land to manifest destiny.
Wait a minute.
Only to viewers of this channel was the voyage of the American Great White Fleet. Around the late 1800s, the United States decided they were done Monroe Doctrining and they had run out of land to manifest
Monroe Doctrine, you guys. Wake up. And look at Greenland. How that's another part of America up north. Damn.
destiny. As time went on, America's economy went from pretty big to very big, and they accidentally became a global superpower.
Wow. Press 1.
This didn't happen overnight, but you see my point. The point I'm trying to get across is that America sees all these powerful empires and wants to prove to them that they deserve that cool treatment too.
But the cold thing is, America is all of those people. I don't even know how they try to make it seem like America is against all of these empires when all of these American empires claim white in America. That's the trick. Man, how you gonna say America as if it's a real person? America is white people under one banner, 50 nations. Press 1 under corporate. It's not even real. There's Asians here. There's Italians. There's Germans. And there's British. Press 1. Stop it. I got too much bars for this sheet. Y'all all claim white here. I got bars. They can't beat me. Look, so how are y'all? It's like the it's like the World Fairs. How are y'all all over here marching and having Nazi parties? Press 1. And y'all axis of evil versus allies over there on the radio. Yeah, this end. The Axis and Allies don't shot down 13 Japanese planes while only losing 2. Corp Roger that, a radio 2453. I mean, like, what the fuck was y'all doing to people? When y'all all the same damn people. And that's why they keep you ignorant. Black man, dead man. They keep you ignorant so you don't know that there is no war out there. The war is right here in your black skin. And you nigga is America. You is Colombia. Press 1. You ain't nothing else. What else would you be? British? You Japanese? Chinese? Italian? What else you gonna be? And who are they all collectively saying, oh, okay, we're white people. Who are they saying that against? Well, the people who was living here, which was you. I mean, oh, that hurt. Oh, I felt the life of someone just hit that like button.
A few presidents come to them that they deserve that cool treatment too. A few presidents.
Now, knowing what presidents, and when you've been coming to my class for how long, you already know Grover Cleveland is wearing a fucking hold up, let me make this. He's wearing prosthetics on every. If I was a gangbanger, I'd put it on the hood. Look at his face. That's a prosthetic with makeup on. Press one. That's a prosthetic with makeup on, and that's what they was doing back in the day. But anyway, Grover Cleveland is the one that gave J.P. Morgan all of America's gold. Benjamin, this nigga betrayed, bro. And look how they talk about it. And that's how passionate I have to be about it. Because I'm against this propaganda in which Barack Obama made legal to influx your brain with false historical events. What y'all call those? Events that go on, that they fake, but they made to look real, to give public opinion a sway here or there. Hit the like button.
Come and go until William McKinley was elected, a president that the American monopolies approved.
Look, the American monopolies approved of. But he just looked like the
They
other
weren't
one.
fond of this other politician, so they made him the vice president so he won't run for office and try to break him up. Fortunately for them, the VP isn't too powerful, and okay. Well, McKinley was assassinated, and now Teddy Roosevelt is...
That didn't even make sense, sir. Let's run that back. That didn't even make sense. That's double speech.
big, and they accidentally became a global superpower. This didn't happen overnight, but you see my point. The point I'm trying to get across is that America sees all these powerful empires and wants to prove to them that they deserve that cool treatment too. A few presidents come and go until William McKinley was elected, a president that the American monopolies approved of. They weren't fond of this other politician, so they made him the vice president.
Okay, so they didn't approve of him, but they approved of McKinley. So McKinley dies and he becomes, get out
So
of
he
town.
won't run for office and try to break him up. Fortunately for them, the VP isn't too powerful, and okay. Well, McKinley was assassinated, and now Teddy Roosevelt is in office. Roosevelt is big, strong, and wants America to be too. He's already...
When the Bible say they came against thee as an eagle, what you think a fucking eagle is? What do you think an eagle is?
Roosevelt is big, strong, and wants America to be too.
An eagle. While you around thank God for America, you thinking Satan. God just told you what they was going to do in Scripture. I need to find that. I need to find Scripture.
He's already got that big part down, so coming up next, well, you get the picture. America's Navy had really been a joke for a while now, and it never really was comparable to the other empires' navies with their hot, muscular warships. At this time, a large navy was vital to international influence, so America started building some actual warships around the late 1800s. What about the ships
This is Deuteronomy 28 and 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
before then? Well, we don't have to worry about those. If we forget the USS My Antonomo, such is life. When Roosevelt finally comes into office, he decides that the U.S. ought to strut its stuff a little bit and comes up with an idea. He's going to get 16 American warships.
Look, he's going to get 16 American warships.
Actually battleships, paint them all pretty, and send them around the world as a friendly gesture to all the empires of the world.
Paint them pretty. Wait a minute. So y'all made ships, made them pretty, and sailed them all the way across the world? What the fuck does that mean? Where would Theodore Roosevelt, could you say J.P. Morgan in the Star Lines? Can you say J.P. Morgan in the Black Star Line? The carnivals, cruises around the world? Could you say trafficking, exodus, replacing one with the other, total destruction? See? Could you, what? I'll say America was training your ass, and I mean get on the train and shipping your ass in that grand exodus right up out of here to replace you with initiated Nazi blacks, North Africans and Somalians and others who have joined the right, the regime of the foreigners, the Romanovs, the Pope, the Catholic Church, who's till this day been adopting using parent patriage to bring illegal immigrants here to the Americas. And so-called white people, who you call white, which is all of those nations, are playing the blind eye. Why? Because they're the one adopting those children. See, when you adopted the children, and that child becomes nationalized. So all of these people, children are being nationalized as white people. That's why. So you can run around the earth and say, oh, white people, they're not going to be able to maintain their, and we're going to be majority again. That's wishful thinking, and that's a lie, because white is merely the collection of all of those nations. So how long are you going to be waiting? Because each one of those white people has an identity contrary to yours. They can go home. They can go home, champion. That's the thing about it. You can't defeat truth. See, we don't have passport. They say, yeah, that's crazy. Y'all need pass. I don't need no damn passport. Why go passport? Oh, you need to see the world. I don't need to see the world. Nothing. I go to Magic Mountain. I want to see the world. I go Disney. If I want to see the world, I go to New York. If I want to see your people, I go to East Coast. I go to Los Angeles on the west. Verse 1. Y'all came here. Why do I gotta go anywhere? Y'all wouldn't even catch Kev nowhere else. I ain't no reason for me to go nowhere. Why? I don't want to see nothing y'all got. Ain't nothing y'all got. Nigga ain't got shit on what we got. Hit the like button and subscribe. I don't care because I ain't never seen it. I'm sure some penguins in Antarctica and sculptures under that damn snow I ain't never seen either. I'm not in competition to prove to you that that's beautiful or not art. If I was here, say no, my life ain't Where's Waldo. Press 1. Hit the like button. And I'm right here. You ever been? I ain't been here. Shit. I ain't trying to leave. Why? Why y'all want to go somewhere? Go somewhere then. And watch your cousin be right there. Y'all talking all that shit about America, but you still here. Your goofy ass, your little ran down ass country looking to be adopted right now, filling out the adoption. And now one of us is filling out no adoption agency paperwork for not one of y'all countries. So that just lets you know that we don't give two shits about how y'all look, dress, the culture, or none of that. I sure don't. All that shit weird to me. Oh no. I don't want to go to India. For what? They don't got the right God for me. What I'm going to go for? What I'm going to go to Saudi Arabia for? To take Instagram? Hell no. I'd rather go to Palm Springs. American, sir. Remember, I'm not leaving, bro. You ain't finna trick me like they did with the white star line and the black star line. Here it is, the theft of you right here. I told you Marcus Garvey helped get you out of here. He helped these individuals. What year was Marcus Garvey around? This one. Let me Google it. It's going to say, I'm going to type in, what year was Marcus Garvey around? It's going to say the shit you playing on YouTube is right around there. I crush ideology subversion. Press 1. I crush them with knowledge and wisdom. See, you're going to find out with KevRow who, what, where, when, and why. Why did they betray you? They can't do nothing because they know they caught. So these people are all ideological subverters that came after the takeover. Press 1, hit the like button and subscribe. That's the 7%er guy, with the one who came over here, he was a foreigner. The Moorish temple guy, him. All of the Gandhi, Elijah Muhammad, all of this came with this, bro. Our people didn't do that, bro. Y'all was with these, and don't lie, y'all was with these niggas. Press 1. Help subvert and overthrow us and steal our names and our birthright and call us black in law. This is facts because it's been done. This shit looking so damn bad. That look like Al Capone right here in the bottom left-hand corner down there. But I digress.
He decides that the U.S. ought to strut its stuff a little bit and comes up with an idea.
What'd he do?
He's going to get 16 American warships, actually battleships, paint them all pretty, and send them around the world as a friendly gesture to all the empires of the world.
Giving them niggas. How you gonna...
Also,
at this time, people have borders. At this time, people, you just can't sail all the No, you can't just do shit like that.
to quietly remind them that America's going to replace them in a few years. Now, I gotta point out that a good chunk of people were opposed to sending America's greatest defense to the other side of the globe.
Look at George Washington's statue. Now, why would they send America's greatest defense? That's hellfire. That's all of them, bro. All of your military, bro. Put them on ships, bro. Why, bro? To destroy those ships, bro. Them ships didn't have ammo. That was supposed to be a friendly gesture. Remember? Remember, you got caught in that Iberian concept going back to Africa. Remember, this is this whole time, G. Now, all these people was popping up with your clothes on. That ain't their clothes. Ellis, look, that ain't their clothes. They ain't even supposed to be here. This is mass immigration. And these are white people in 1900. Now listen to me. These are white people. How white people gonna say 100 years later, oh, that word you keep illegal immigrant? Shut the fuck up. Y'all doing this together.
14 months. But generally, the American people were pretty enthusiastic about it, especially on the West Coast. Before it became the Detroit of the Americas, California was a major point of interest for the fleet's voyage.
Oh, the same place that owed reparations? I know this ain't that time where the Spanish enslaved the black Californians and stole all their shit. And the American government. Press 1. How is that even possible? Say Pierce and Company over there. Press 1. That ain't you. His name Paul Pierce. Press 1. That ain't you. But y'all tripping. See? You're not paying no attention to their deception that is systematically on top of yours. If you look at this picture in itself, it don't even make sense.
The journey of the Great White Fleet technically was split into two parts.
Look. Now look at this. Now you know they created the Panama Canal and all that extra shit. And they did it in North Africa as well, connecting Europe to North Africa. Or connecting Israel and all of that. So they practically just...
The second part beginning from Cali. Ugh. The first part of the journey would be around the Americas, as the Panama Canal was not yet complete.
It looked like they're coming to Cali. Press 1, it looked like they're coming. And to be honest, who they say they was coming at the time? To fight off who? The Spaniards who were terrorizing blacks. Let me stop, G.
It would certainly be an adventure for the ages, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. There are a lot of twists.
Now look at the names. The Virginia, the Rhode Island, the New Jersey, the Minnesota.
I'll tell you. But before any of that can happen, Congress needs to give funding. Nope. So Teddy says, I have the funding to get them across the Pacific to Central Asia.
Look. Congress said, no, you won't get funding. He said, I have the funding. Go ahead.
If you want our fleet to come home, you'll have to fund them to come back through the Mediterranean across the Atlantic. Congress let out a big ol' sigh and said, fine. It's happening, people. They picked this fine gentleman to lead the journey.
Wait a minute.
Congress needs to give
Wait a
Detroit
minute.
of the Americas.
Listen.
California was a major point of interest for the fleet's voyage. The journey of the Great White Fleet technically was split into 2 parts, with the second part beginning from Cali. Ugh. The first part of the journey would be around the Americas, as the Panama Canal was not yet complete.
Look, listen.
It would certainly be an adventure for the ages, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. There are a lot of twists and turns, I'll tell you. But before any of that can happen, Congress needs to give funding. Nope. So Teddy says, I have the funding to get them across the Pacific to Central Asia. If you want our fleet to come home, you'll have to fund them to come back through the Mediterranean.
Oh my goodness. There it is. You see this? Remember we were looking on when they put these people on them ships? There it is. Remember they said they left y'all, they left us. Just like that Ja Rule shit. Just like that Marcus Garvey shit, bro. Bro, they took you from here, bro. And left your ass, bro. It's a journey around Gulliver's Travel around the world, bro. And told them, this shit is wild, G.
Across the Atlantic. Congress let out a big old...
I was looking on how they got these people. Okay, they went to Iberia, but what was the reason? What was the reason they went across, bro? This is how he became the trust buster, bro. And J.P. Morgan was funding this, bro. They told us the story like he did this and convinced Congress. No, J.P. Morgan, bro.
And said, fine. It's happening, people. They pick this fine gentleman to lead the journey. He'll be given the boot, though, when they get to California because he has gout. His name is Rear Admiral Robley D. Evans. The first leg of the journey comprised of 16 ships and 4 divisions. The ships being the USS Connecticut, the flagship, the USS Kansas, the Vermont, the Louisiana, the Georgia, the Virginia, the Rhode Island, the Minnesota, the Maine, the Missouri, the Ohio, the Alabama, the Illinois, the Kentucky, and the Kearsarge. Whatever that means. There were a few other ships mixed in like a hospital ship, some store ships, and some torpedo boats. But these 16 were the main show. The meat and potatoes of the American fleet. On December 16th, the Great White Fleet begins its journey from Hampton Roads, Virginia, en route to Trinidad. Because
Bruh. Where? Tamika Mallory, bro. Trinidad, bro. Is it me? Press 1. Or am I bugging? Am I fucking bugging, champ? My bad. Let me switch it. Am I bugging? Or does this sound like, nigga, something very familiar, bro? This sound like fucking your whole story, G. I ain't even gonna lie to you. This sound like your whole story, G. Only time you seen a map like this when they said they was trafficking us. Them people got you on the carnival, bro, on the tour, bro. And got probably your best, your greatest musicians. Yeah. Boom, boom. And like some Titanic shit, bro. They said the Titanic, they said they heard rumors it was struck by Russian submarine. Yeah. Because it's a battleship. It's equipped with sonar. It's equipped with all that. So yeah, you would early Hellfighter days convince them to go and they'd be musicians and all of this. And boom, I can see the whole story right now.
Great White Fleet begins its journey from Hampton Roads, Virginia, en route to Trinidad. Because everyone knows it's perfectly safe for Americans to go to Trinidad.
Right?
Trinidad was relatively uneventful, other than...
Now check this out. Before... Never mind.
A sailing race won by the USS Kansas. The American sailors also performed quote-unquote crossing the line ceremony.
Now what's this? Press 1. Now what's this? Let me put it on the screen. Now what's this? Let's go back.
Uneventful, other than a sailing race won by the USS Kansas. The American sailors also performed quote-unquote crossing the line ceremony.
Those are men dressed up as women on that side over here.
ceremonies for new seamen who had never crossed
This is a woman. This is a man. This is a woman right here.
the equator before.
The ceremony had King Neptune and his posse initiate. Haze, you. Initiate, you. Oh, shit. I just said in a little initiates. You.
Their arrival in Rio de Janeiro was met with huge crowds of civilians wanting to gawk at the sexy American fleet.
Now, look on the flags. The American fleet is German, Chinese, America, Japanese. Look on the flags. Exactly what I was saying. Y'all all together. Y'all all together. That's one. Hun said. Come on, champion. We right here, champ. That's one.
Unfortunately for Rear Admiral Evans, a strike of gout had other plans for him. His gout prevented him from seeing the honorable American tradition of starting a massive bar fight in a foreign country on a diplomatic mission.
Oh, this is going to hurt. Say it. The trident. You seen the trident of Neptune? No, I didn't. I didn't see none of that. Remind me of that, Taj. Yeah, that's a commerce religion. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about, sir. Different levels of understanding, but it's like you're like, what? I mean, so this is a commerce fucking religion, and you pay for the saving of one soul.
For him. His gout prevented him from seeing the honorable American tradition of starting a massive bar fight in a foreign country on a diplomatic mission. Despite this, it was a party in Brazil, and the Brazilians even hosted a fancy dance on board the USS Minnesota. Nothing screams exotic like Minnesota. Alright, heading south now, let's skip Argentina, nothing too important there. Next stop, Chile! A long country with beautiful scenery, some cool space telescopes, and apparently the world's largest swimming pool. The Americans were going to have quite a bit of fun. Oh, they're only heading there to pass through the Strait of Magellan, a gorgeous aquatic landmark with only very dangerous tidal currents. Oh well. Many Americans were terrified to see that their fleet was passing through a narrow and rocky strait infamous for shipwrecks. But when push comes to shove, America is not one to stand back like a coward. Evans went with the route and steered the fleet through the strait, miraculously with no incident. Well, we're headed to Peru. While we're here, let's celebrate George Washington's birthday with a 9-day non-stop beer fest. Weirdly enough, the president of Peru briefly imprisoned a group of Japanese acrobats for the duration of the visit out of fear that they might offend or sabotage the Americans. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, America's using this voyage to piss off Japan, who is expanding and encroaching across the...
Wait a minute. How you forget to tell us when they're all... Now watch this one, y'all.
Pacific. The Peruvians also held a bullfight for the Americans.
The bullfight for the Americans in Peruvian, you know the bull represents the black man. The whole bullfight and the running of the bull is a reenactment of a war strategy where you are the bull. You're the burnt sacrifice. You don't get it. You will.
Which the Americans apparently hated because of the cruel treatment of the bulls. Peru is crushing it. Finally, the Americans headed north to Magdalena Bay for some good old naval exercises.
Look.
While researching this video, I found a TikTok band called Magdalena Bay that actually has a retro...
There you go, Tammuz. There you go. I want y'all to know what you represent in this hellfire. Is that a correct way to say that? Say it. Did I say who you represent, baby boy? I want you to know who you represent in this game of life. My mama said.
90s style. This was more interesting to read about than the actual bay itself. Anywho, the reasoning for America to send their fleet to Mexico wasn't to party this time. After watching Japan Tyson uppercut Russia's fleet at Tsushima, the US wanted some practice for their sailors in a narrow strait. To send their fleet to Mexico wasn't to party this time. After watching Japan Tyson uppercut Russia's fleet at Tsushima, the US wanted some practice for their sailors in a narrow strait.
And what'd they do?
Some Americans in 1907 saw war with Japan as inevitable. They were sort of right. In addition to target practice and combat exercises, the soldiers had swim competitions, played baseball, and went hiking through the beautiful Mexico countryside. At long last, the fleet returned home to California, arriving in Coronado to huge crowds.
Those are called bombardment. Look at that. They were bombarding all the way through because they were all cannon. We'll get to it.
Of Americans cheering on their arrival with no shortage of alcohol and women. The sailors were practically worshipped on the West Coast. Who wouldn't love that face? In Los Angeles, they had a huge Spanish barbecue, and sailors basically conquered the city looking for free food and drink.
What's a barbecue? A barbecue is where you burn. It's a picnic. Black people. It's 4th of July. Yeah, it's Independence time. It's time to fuck you up, G. And because you don't understand, yo, you not compiling, you not taking what happened to you serious. You not attached to the trauma connected to what really happened. You've been Rockefeller to death for something. You've been rocked to sleep. No, you don't understand. This is cold talk. He having fun with it. I'm telling you like this. The Spanish burned you up. They was setting fires all across the Americas. And they was disguising these, why you think it was called the suit riots and stuff like that. The Spaniards was fighting the sailors. No, fucking you up. You the only one tied to the land. They're all foreign. Whew. Bars.
There was no shortage of it. Monterey was no different. Thousands of people came from all over to see the fleet. Finally, they stopped in San Francisco, where they would be fully restocked and prepare to head up to the Pacific Northwest. While in San Francisco, Evans was replaced by Admiral C.M. Thomas, once again, Gout, and the USS Maine and Alabama were replaced by the Nebraska and the Wisconsin. Admiral Thomas almost didn't make it to his ship upon departure because his car was pulled over for a blown-out taillight.
A blown-out taillight. This is what they know.
Fortunately, another car was sent with him just in case the first one didn't work out. So we could just switch over to that one. Unfortunately, his backup car also had a taillight out. It was relit in time for him to get to the harbor. The fleet's journey to Seattle was relatively uneventful. The rest of Washington was too, from what I can tell.
California opens wide her Golden Gate in welcome of the fleet. The
second leg of the journey was finally about to commence, with their final stop on American soil.
Where's this?
Hawaii. It sounds like it was a party, and I'm sure some people had the time of their lives there, but other than a luau and a regatta, nothing of huge significance happened. This was a time when Hawaii had only just been forced under American control, so the visit of the fleet was very unpopular there. That's why the ships remained in Pearl Harbor most of the time. Admiral Emery and some of his fellow officers met with former Queen Liliuokalani, in which
excuse me, y'all robbed her and enslaved her. Press 1. Stole her sugar. Look at her dress. And this is not even a real picture of the real one. The real Kalani. No, bro. No, this is still, remember they was doing the cosplay and the depiction of what they would look like and all these cowboys, this is still that. So don't get this shit twisted. What I'm saying is, this is where all the sugar was being made and probably this is deep, bro.
they spent the entire time trying to convince her that American occupation was a good thing. I mean, they only overthrew their government, destroyed numerous sacred areas, only later to commercialize them, deported civilians.
Commercialize them mean they enslaved them. Commercialize them means they bonded and put securities on them and made them under 14th Amendment citizens, slaves, debt slaves to the federal government. Not only did they enslave nations, they consumed their people into who they are. Go ahead. And that's what America does.
Forced many to enlist and robbed the queen of her birthright inheritance before
robbed the queen of what? They did this to Queen Charlotte as well. Listen.
Sacred areas, only later to commercialize them.
Now
Deported civilians forced many to enlist.
Deported civilians made them enlist.
And robbed the queen of her birthright inheritance before putting her under glorified house arrest. Hawaii was neat, but enough about ignoring.
So the commercial, so this is forced. See how they do it? See how they do it? See how they just cross over the atrocities of what they've done? Oh, yeah. And robbed her of her inheritance and her future heirs to her and her husband's she's a widow, estate. And it became the part of the United States. It was about stealing the inheritance and giving it to foreigners. Exactly what I teach you. I've been teaching this whole time. And I can't help that you are a part of the family of the invading armies that come. I can't help that you are a seed of that bloodline and a grandson or great-great-grandson or daughter and can't come to your own truth. That's for you. It's a heavy load. That's a heavy lie. Press 1. And we waking up. I'm waking up, folks. So I understand. The real lie, the real deception is when you try your best to deny the inevitable truth. You don't got to sugarcoat that. You don't got to do truth is truth, G. You can see it and you can feel it.
Ignored American war crimes. Let's go to another place of ignored war crimes, the British colonies. Here we have New Zealand up first, the fleet anchoring in Auckland on August 9th. Here they decorated everything all patriotic with a big old banner that read Hail Columbia.
Right? Press 1.
Apparently geography hadn't been invented yet.
No, they say Hail Columbia because that's what it is. Remember the Hellfighters had the Columbia flag right there. We was trying to figure out why did they have Columbia on that flag holding it up? Like, remember that? Let's go. These are the people you call Indians. These are the people you call Indians in America. Let me stop. G. Let me stop here. This is you, Negroes? This is what Dan Calvin, this is what it is, G. This is what it is.
Officers of the American fleet were actually taken to witness a traditional Maori tribal dance and a ceremony while there. And apparently in the middle of it, one of the tribesmen left the circle and came up to Admiral Thomas and with a wide grin exclaimed, "Bully," referencing Teddy Roosevelt. The officers got a good hearty chuckle out of that one. Now New Zealand, they're pretty cool. You know who else is cool? British Texans. Australia was probably the pinnacle of the tour. Cream of the crop.
Family, y'all got a distortion of history. Jeez.
Apex of all, mostly seen by how many commemorative...
This is who they really are. They're not even British. They're not even none of that stuff, bro.
Postcards they made. They tried to make Australia and America seem like brothers. I mean, they technically are. So the Aussies placed heavy emphasis on the similarities between Australian and American cultures. This is well signified by this terrifying postcard. Nightmare. The very second the fleet came near Port Jackson, bands began playing the Star-Spangled Banner from the beaches and docks of Sydney Harbor. Apparently around 600,000 people attended the event, with a good chunk of them staying up all night just to witness the magnificent American vessels. Alright, listen, I like ships if you hadn't picked up on that, but my dedication to them does not stretch as far as it does for the people
Now what's this? That's like Queen Mary or Titanic type of shit.
Sydney.
Come
You
on.
would have thought it was Christmas if you walked down the street during the visit. And then you'd think that's ridiculous, it's August and there's nothing related to Christmas here.
Until they turned them guns on the civilians and started terrorizing the country. See, they said they was going to go around on humanitarianism and watch up the streets for a slaughter, blah, 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 until they turned the guns on the civilians and overthrew your black ass. Until they said, you see the weaponry they got? That's better than the civilians. They got weapons because their legal right to bear arms is given to them. But they don't got this. They don't got military might like this. And with their soldiers overseas, because we put them on a boat too and sunk them. They have nothing else to defend them but their measly men and young men that may put up resistance. And boy, did they fight like hell. Press one right here. If they was alive, they right here. And you ask me how all those black people ended up under Rome in the catacombs? Just like this. Exodus. They was taking their ass right there. Said know what I'm talking about. They was taking their ass right to Rome and and renouncing their sovereignty right there in Rome under the Catholic Church are burning hell. Press one, this is what your forefathers went through. Press, you ever heard the biblical story? The three witnesses? Press one, that's about you. That's this story here, family. Oh, they burned us up bad, family. They were a burnt offering to Baal, their God. You don't know about this? Who didn't tell you about this? Who deceived you from your natural right to know your heritage and to link you? Who detached us, as Nipsey say? The press one, they did. They black ass right there, along in association with all them other foreign nations who've come against God's holy people, which are the beneficiaries of freedom. You are the epitome of free. You are what freedom stands for. So they got you imagining freedom on the outside, but you're the only free man walking the earth. Hell, you was made by the dust of God on this land, not by an amendment that created you into a 14th debt slave to their own theft of your resources that God has given you. These are your resources. So you got to understand at that level. If you understand that, then what you doing here? Coffee and Kush TV, KevRow University.
You would have thought it was a cool display as the flag parade began and Americans marched down Pitt Street, which was temporarily renamed America Avenue.
Pittsburgh, remember Pitt Street, Pittsburgh.
Parade began and Americans marched down Pitt Street,
Steel.
which was temporarily renamed America Avenue for the occasion. Even the beer companies were in on it. Some Americans got pretty worn out throughout quote-unquote Fleet Week. One of the American sailors slept on a bench in one of Sydney's parks.
No
Not
shit.
wishing to be disturbed, he posted a sign above his head that said, "Yes, I am delighted with the Australian people. Yes, I think your park is the finest in the world. I am very tired and would like to go to sleep." He wasn't even the most worn-out guy there. One poor fella fell asleep on the railroad tracks and got run over by a train. Such a situation is always a possibility when
Theodore Roosevelt is fucking Napoleon, bro. That's fucking Napoleon, bro. That just hit me. These are the little boats they send out to run up on the land. Their D-Day was running up on the beaches of the West Coast and manifest destiny. And just like we said, oh, we gonna sail around the earth. They was enslaving people, creating a white star line and a black star line, and all the black ones got lost. At sea ended up on Roman land, made to denounce or die. Or denounce, and boy, did a lot of young black niggas die, choose death, than give up their birthright to Russians and Germans and false heirs and give their children's children over to debt. That was unheard of. That's against the law. Press one, and help pull that off. Your 25th president, Benjamin Harris, or whatever number he come in, his dumb ass under his Peruvian and Russian identity did it right over there. So he leading people there, but he really a Russian. So when they get there, you take that shit off. This motherfucker is King Leopold grandson or something. Yeah, take that shit off. What the fuck? Order of the Rome, nigga. You around here daydreaming of some Rome way back in Ben Carson days of 3000 BC. You better worry about the Rome who stole your identity and publicly trading you on the stock market. Coffee and Kush TV, KevRow University. You better, and that's human trafficking. They whole Title 42 is human trafficking. Just like they're trying to accuse the Democrats of right now. They're human trafficking. Because all of y'all came up, y'all ain't even got no papers. Only papers you probably got is by way of the Catholic Church. And that's illegal. Y'all all over here on foreign and visas that have way long expired, a long time ago. Your mama's shit expired. And when your grandfather's shit expired, your shit expired too. Now that's reality. You're dealing with different sectors. You were the man of law. We're the people of the earth that God raised up in the law. Where you at? You supposed to be right here challenging admiralty and commerce law. Not with your handout talking about give me nothing. Because with your legal abilities, you're going to be able to force them in their own law to give you the world. Press one, what your handout for? A group of men, reparation. You in a dying system, they would give you $200 million damn dollars. Remember back in the day, they said once the money get that much and everybody get that's they about to rob somebody else or go raise the debt ceiling or do something they ain't supposed to be doing. In that commercial religion they call law. Press one. Is that law and that law. You feel me? God says that tree and that tree is good and is evil. Is free in emancipation or is indebted to the corporate banks. Can I get another loan to go further in date? What's that one? That's a Hellcat. Thank you. I'm going to drive that. How much is that? $99,000. How much is my monthly? About $1,300. Baby, can I afford that? You sure can. She already told my friend you can. Press one. I'm through with this shit. Don't bother me. That's why I love being alone and to myself because I have the best shows. I have the best sense. I reckon all y'all just stop trying to hang out and let you get to know you. That's what I did. These motherfuckers selling the whole earth, just enslaving and trafficking. Enslaving. Marcus Garvey, y'all black people see Marcus Garvey as something. They right there with him. They right there with him. And these people get up on this internet and in front of you and say, these are our leaders. These are our leaders. They black. The white man don't like, no, nigga, you don't like us. Your grandfather, great-grandfather stole my great-grandfather's inheritance. That's why we don't like you. Because you're a liar. You just like your father, the white man that came over here the soulless creature who y'all got friendship pacts with. And press one, the damn Satan, Serapis himself. Press one. And who is that? Oh, that's this little shit they believe, the Neptune god and all of this one. Same thing. I told y'all, this is like Aquaman shit. This is the movie you been waiting on, G. It's the best movie around. Niggas watching Devin Haney and Lomachenko. Are you watching Mr. Gillespie right now? Are you watching Mr. Gillespie right and I'm shadow banned. And they all watch me still. It doesn't matter, bro. I don't care. I don't care, G. I just trying to tell y'all, you the sacrificial bull. Press one, Michael Jordan shoe. That's why, bro. You the entertainment and you the sacrifice. Till they got, long as you keep entertaining their ass, you gonna be the damn. Not saying that you bought Michael Jordan, you are evil. No. You don't know the symbolic meaning behind none of that shit. You don't know, but so you just dribble basketballs. Press one. Are you trying to look fresh for the ladies? Don't worry, we all do. Press. Oh my goodness. My goodness, but they destroyed you. World Peace says UCC, of course, UCC codes. Overran the law of the land. Why? Oh, because they're all pirates and they all rushed the land. Hit that like button. They all rushed the land. So that means, nigga, we conquered. And they put it in allegorical theater of war form about how they rushed the land. No. They already shipped you out. They already shipped the men out. They finna rush the land now. Remember? Maybe we already shipped you the fuck on. Yeah. Gotta go. Come on. Gotta go. There's supposed to be a big tour going on All the great music family
visiting a foreign country. Sydney wasn't their only stop in Australia, however. Melbourne held many exciting events, including the Royal Agricultural Society show, which apparently happened twice on Tuesday.
Yes.
On August 29th,
That's crazy. How it happened twice? The Royal Agricultural Society show. And then came the motherfucking other society of conquest, the colonial society. Family, look, the Royal Agricultural Society show, and then they shit. And look, the government of Victoria will entertain American officers, sailors, and Marines at the Railway
Cultural Society show, which apparently happened twice on Tuesday. On August 29th, a grand dinner was held in the State Parliament House honoring the single American journalist who accompanied the fleet. It also featured one of the most terrifying menus I've seen to date.
Oh, they killed him. That's why it was done twice.
The largest banquet on the entire trip occurred on August 31st.
Oh, that's poison. They poisoned him.
I've seen.
They poisoned him. Like on those ghost ships. They said the people was on those ghost ships and they all got poisoned and they all died on the ship. Look.
To date. The largest banquet on the entire trip occurred on August 31st.
Look.
It was Ye Olde Rager. Next stop for the American fleet is Albany. No, not that one. Coaling is their chief priority here, but some sailors use the opportunity to mingle with the locals and go to church. Now the fleet is headed to Manila in the Philippines, which is currently owned by the Americans. This was just a resupply for their journey to North Asia, and although they wanted to stay and party, a cholera outbreak made the Americans skedaddle out as quickly as they came. Unfortunately, as they neared Chinese Taipei, a typhoon struck the fleet hard. But there is a hilarious story of a sailor being swept off the deck of one ship by a wave and being carried over to land on the deck of another ship unscathed. Other than that, they reached their next stop without incident. Remember when I mentioned...
No, that sound like, nigga, I thought you was on that ship. Oh, yeah, I was thrown all the way from the other one, carried by the wave, and put on this one. Oh, that's cool. These people history is just made the fuck up.
Forgotten war crimes? Up next, Japan. Now remember when I gave New Zealand crap for calling the U.S. Columbia?
Press 1. Look. Hail Columbia. Press 1. Now ain't that something? It got the Tritons. What is this? We get to it.
Well, before you guys type your little comments away correcting me, here I am acknowledging that yes, Columbia was a sort of nickname for America at the time. This directly leads into the next thing. The Japanese people sang a patriotic song called Hail Columbia. They didn't write it, but I mean, I'll give them points. I gave it a listen. It's pretty great. Link in the description. If you know anything about Commodore Perry, you'll know that historically Japan isn't fond of America sending a bunch of huge gunboats to their country for no reason. However, while in Japan, one of the welcome arches for the Americans caught fire, and 3 American sailors and a Marine raced to the top to rescue the Japanese flag on the top. The crowd went wild, and it was a diplomatic slam dunk. One not-so-diplomatic slam dunk was when the Japanese Navy cadets spontaneously picked up an American admiral on their shoulders and tossed him in the air 3 times shouting "Banzai." It was a common tradition in Japan, but the admiral was a bit shaken up. He apparently was very nice about the whole incident. The Japanese had parades and choirs and all that crap too, but you're probably getting sick of hearing about that, so let's move on. At this point in the trip, half the squadron went south.
These motherfuckers was at the World Fairs, bro. It's got a strong sense of just bullshit, bro.
Back to Manila in the Philippines for gunnery practice, while the other half went to
China.
China.
Bullshit.
Yeah. The Americans changed their destination twice before settling on Amoy. The changes were done so as to not hurt the feelings of the sensitive Japanese government. The fact that only 8 ships came was disappointing to the Chinese officials, and in order to make the people not feel embarrassed or confused, they genuinely told them that the other half had been lost in a typhoon. The Chinese entertained the Americans quite well, as commemorated by this postcard.
Why would he tell them if that wasn't true? You just brought up that it was true, that the other ones was caught in a typhoon and was lost at sea.
Of a guy juggling knives. The dinners were exquisite and featured many delicacies including shark fin soup, which in addition to sounding delicious also sounds incredibly metal. The Chinese built a fake city near Amoy called Pleasure City, not even gonna touch it, to accommodate the Americans.
Why not? That ain't nothing but Epstein Island. Epstein Island is Pleasure City. Why else would they have a fucking submarine?
And it was designed not only to be enjoyable, but also feel a little like home. It had a post office and a YMCA. And on the last night, they attempted to hold the largest firework display in human history,
Well, what
but
happened?
accidentally burned the entire town to the ground.
Let's say that again.
YMCA. And on the last night, they attempted to hold the largest firework display in human history, but accidentally burned the entire town to the ground. A little like home. It had a post office and a YMCA. And on the last night, they attempted to hold the largest firework display in human history, but accidentally burned the entire town to the ground. The flames also engulfed all
The whole town. What else did it engulf?
the letters the Americans were going to send back home.
Not all the letters. Remember the man in the high castle? We was at wow, and I told y'all what them ladies was doing in the military. They was fake writing letters and shit to their home because they lost them all. Remember in the fire.
I don't believe any sailors were harmed, but the Chinese soon accused Americans of looting the building, so Admiral Emery decided it was about time they hit the road. They returned to Manila to join the rest of the fleet. After their routines in the Philippines, the Americans went west to modern Sri Lanka to the city of Colombo. While they were coaling, a group of
I'm Columbo. I'm the black Columbo. What they do there?
locals on a small wooden raft with nothing but loincloths chanted "Die, die, die" at the Americans. Sounds violent, huh? Well, actually, what they were doing was saying, "Throw coins in the water and we'll dive and retrieve them." The Americans threw coins overboard and the locals actually did it. Some stored them in their mouths. It was apparently a well-known local custom. Other than some dinner stuff, the Americans didn't do much there. It was a notable hub for picking up coal, and that was really all the Americans intended on doing. They celebrated Christmas while there and New Year's en route to the Suez Canal. While there, they divided up the ships into squadrons to all leave at different times just in case one ship broke down while they were all lined up like ducks in a row. Many of these squadrons visited other ports like Algiers, Tripoli, Naples, Nice, Athens, and Malta. One notable stop was Messina in Italy, where the sailors were sent to assist with the fallout from the Messina earthquake, the worst earthquake to ever strike Europe. The US's help in Messina was greatly appreciated, but soon the Americans had their final stop before returning home, Gibraltar. This wasn't one of them parade stops. This was another "let's just refuel and get out of here because I'm miserable" stops. The fleet began their transatlantic journey back to Hampton Roads, Virginia. On February 22nd, George Washington's birthday, the fleet finally got back home. Well, that's it. I'd like to thank GreatWhiteFleet.us for helping me out with this video. They have tons of information and hundreds, if not thousands.
Oh my goodness. And I love stuff like this. I really do. You can go back and, what the hell is going on? Hold on. I'm going to open up these phone lines. Phone lines are open. 424-209-9506. That's area code 424-209-9506. I just want to let people know what we'll be working on this week at the Row. And if you want to comment on that and got anything to say about that, feel free to call in right now. Theodore Roosevelt, the Great White Fleet. Press 1. So you got to go back. You got to go back. And what we got to do is we got to see what the hell was going on at that time, right? So July 7th, 1907, what was going on? December 16th, the fleet arrives in Frisco. Is the fires of May, what the fuck? May Day, May 7th, 1908. Let me see what happened. May 7th. Let's just get on Google real quick and find out what happened. San Francisco fires. 1906? Let me see. 1906, San Francisco earthquake, where everything we was talking about was goddamn destroyed. Tell me something. How the whole North Coast San Francisco Bay Area, Central Coast, United States was all destroyed in 1906. But you were around getting celebrated in 1908. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air, what up? Wait a minute. Let me see if I can get you. My bad. All right, go ahead.
Peace, Kev. It's Taj, man.
What up, champ?
Hey, coolin', man. Hey, we got these losers, bro. We the victors, bro.
Go ahead.
We the victors for real. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As you was explaining what was going on in San Francisco and everything at that time, that's the time, like, right after all of them plagues and things like that. Bro, they had the earthquakes, and notice how many natural disasters, whether it was typhoons, whether it was earthquakes.
Yep.
The one place they docked in, they had like typhoid fever or malaria that was going on there.
Yep.
We could, you know what I mean?
Spanish. That's like that's Spanish flu, bro. Malaria and all that Spanish flu, bro.
There you go. Yeah. It was in my mind. I just bring that back into the United States. Everything that they said was going on all over the world and stuff like that. I feel like that was going on in the major cities that was existing here in America.
Right.
You know what I mean? Was known as America. Bro, they over with, bro. Like it's like this right here, bro. It's like, did you peep Neptune?
No. Tell me about that, bro. Tell me about that before I do peep it. Tell me about that. I'm finna bring the image up as you talk, so the people will understand what you're talking about. Go ahead.
They said the crossing the line ceremony for the first time, the people was crossing over the equator and stuff like that.
So that's, wait a minute, cross the line? Don't the Hebrew Israelites got cross the line radio? But go ahead.
Just indeed.
Go.
Indeed.
Go.
So what they was doing, they was crossing the equator, and that's when everybody was dressed up. They was doing their little cosplay and everything like that. They had Neptune out there with the tribe. That's who that was. He's sitting there looking all weird and stuff, but man, it's all that like we was talking about last time, bro. It's all that.
So that's Serapis. That's Serapis.
Yeah.
That's Serapis.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They saying Neptune or Poseidon, but that's the king of the ocean. That's the ruler of the sea. That's Serapis. That's the son of God, bro. In their brain, bro.
Yeah, it's like, man, you could probably even throw Asmodeus in there.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah, bro. And that's, bro, that's why, bro, man, it's like, that's why Solomon, man, somebody that's in your line, that's how I see it, bro. Somebody that's in your line, the reason he was the wisest is because, you know what I mean, he asked God for that wisdom, and he overcame all of this. But the difference between you and him, bro, you everlast, bro. You gonna everlast. The way this is gonna break down, I see it already, bro.
You already see it, sir.
Yes, sir. Everlast. And it's gonna last longer than the you remember those Converse or even those shell toes Adidas. You know
yeah, this is great.
Off, but that rubber part gonna be there forever.
This is great. This is great, sir.
Yes, sir.
My man, I appreciate you, Taj. See you in a second. Like I don't wanna go too far because we got class all week, and I want the people to actually this time understand that it's a must that they participate. You know, you're great, and you engage, and you have a lot to say and go over. And I want to make sure that people are able to comprehend you and others correctly. So I'll see you this week. What, Monday? For sure. Tomorrow probably, but Monday morning for sure, champion.
All right, falling back.
My man. You see, your boy Kev, I got jet lag and be trying to pretend that I don't. I'm really be tired. I really be, but I fight through all that. I came on the air the other day and said I feel shitty. But it wasn't like I feel shitty. Like I felt like there's nothing like that feeling where I don't even know how to explain it. But it's not really shitty. It's like the point of no return is like, damn, bro. Silence and it's like the detachment from certain people. It's not a shitty feeling. Like it's shitty feeling, but I'm not in a shitty position or don't feel shitty about life. I don't want people to get the wrong interpretation of what a West Coast nigga mean. They could just feel, it's off, and I see why. Because what we doing is great. What I'm doing in my personal life is awesome and great, and others too. Coffee and Kush TV, KevRow, you on the air? What up?
Hey, what's up, Kev, man? It's real, man?
Huh?
Oh, man, I've had to make sure this is real, man. Hey, man, I have to tell you this, man. When you went into the D.C. thing, man, I got to looking up D.C. So I tapped into British Columbia, right? So when I tapped into British Columbia, man, the dude that founded British Columbia, his name's Thomas Moody, man. But then when I looked at Colonel Thomas Moody, man, where he was born, man, he was born in Barbados, man. And I don't know how many, people of that descent will be born in Barbados, man. You know what I mean? That would be of their descent. So that kind of intrigued me, man, to even go further, man. And he had a bunch of kids, man, and he was born in Barbados, a couple other places. One place was one kid was born in Ghana, man.
They're Africans, yeah.
Ghana. Bro, you know what I mean? But they founded British Columbia, man. That's the people that founded British Columbia outside of Canada.
Bro, these are Africans, bro.
How did they found British Columbia though? You know what I'm saying? In Canada, they the one that founded British Columbia.
That's a stolen name. You got Africans with stolen names, just like the Italians and the rest of them. Those are not the real people.
Bro, so you saying the people that founded with British the people that came over there.
Those are Negroes. Those are niggas. Who are broke today down in black communities, those the niggas. Those are the real who you will call Americans. That's why British Columbia and then Washington, D.C. is what? District of Columbia. But you don't know you Columbia. Y'all believe y'all Americans.
So who came first? The brothers from British Columbia or George Washington?
That's one people. That's the same people.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. But if you look at the picture of Thomas Moody, man, they got a picture of a Caucasian brother, man.
Okay, if you go here long enough, you're gonna understand why. What is the real issue? What do you got to say about this? I'm not here to keep going. If you've been here long enough, you would understand why they have a Caucasian or anybody of foreign descent. What do you have to say pertaining to the show, though?
I'm just saying, for us with that shows the root. Okay, so then you say, okay, they took them on a ship. Well, they left black and they came back white when they took them to them different places. You know what I mean? They dropped them off and replaced them with different people, put them back on the ship and took them back.
Okay, slow down. They can't. Okay, so they came back black too.
So you think they came back black?
They came back black and white, but white there's black people who identify as white in America today. There's Africans who identify as white.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, man, that's all to drop, man. I'm with you, man. That's all to drop.
All right, champion. My man. You talking about District of Columbia, you talking about British Columbia. That's cool. Stay there. What I'm talking about is right here on the screen. The fleet. You feel me? The white fleet and what this all means. Because George Washington Gillespie had the biggest continental army on Earth. Press 1. That's his facts. And John Knox. This is your real families of where who they were defeating. You guys, we were all freemen. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air? What up?
Hey, Professor, I just had to check in real quick. And my apologies. I'm definitely not trying to be a class clown or anything, and I kind of got to class a little bit late, but I was just listening to everything that was just being dropped, and absolutely, it's a rapid. I mean, that's a rapid. I mean, that's a rap. And what else did they say? Something about a Commodore. I don't know about a Commodore, but I know about the Commodore. and I seen them spit it on.
Yeah, but you're not saying nothing. You're not saying nothing. You know, if you were saying something of importance, I probably would have left you on a little longer. But you sound too much like you was raised by Tariq Nasheed and just saying stuff just to say, just to run your mouth. I'm not here for that. I'm here for the focus of what I'm talking about on my program. You know, I have a short fuse and for individuals who are here under and disguising their voices, trying to pretend they not this person and that person. I'm too fresh for that. Press when I know too many good people. I got too much real support. I'm a real individual who does my research and I take what I do serious. A lot of y'all niggas have ran out of content. Y'all ran out of knowledge. It's my turn now. Press one is it's that nigga who ain't never succeeded and didn't have the cool people around to verify. It's my turn now, bro. You niggas, you little pretty little niggas. Press one. I look better. I'm smarter. My swag is on fleet. Press one. I'm taller. I'm handsomer. Press one. I dribble the basketball better. Press one. I play Madden better. Press one. I holler at the females. My slang is better. Press one. My niggaism and my professor. And not another conservative urban nigga on earth, nigga. Respect my professorism. Hit that like button. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. You can't do nothing but hate. You got one of the most intelligent black men on the planet and who they ain't graduated shit. Raising up good brothers in they mental so they'll be able to combat you little lower forms, fucking locusts and sea worms and sea bugs of the world, of just talking. You feel me? It's nothing to style on you niggas, bro. I spit bars and I ain't even rhymed, bro. It's nothing to style on none of you niggas, bro. Nothing. Nothing. That's why I don't care to be cool. I'm cool born, nigga. The styles of clothes that I got, I'm just cool, nigga. You saying I just get dressed like this all the time. Press one, fuck him. Should make about a 3-hour documentary. Don't worry about the documentary. We got 3,000 hours of live YouTube of research. You should make the documentary right here on live on the air. That's the problem. People want you to do more and more. Press one. If I make a documentary, it's gonna be about money. You listen to what I'm saying, and then you do it. Then you do it. I get enough support. You make the documentary. You call in. Steel sharpen steel. Stop telling me to do everything. I'm free. Stop telling me. You do it. And that's the problem with men at the U that hang out in the yard all day like World Peace. World Peace one of them niggas who don't come to class who say, teach, you can do it. Nah, nigga, you can do it. You feel me? No, nigga, you can do it. The phone number is 424-209-9506. Don't come over here playing with no 100. Call it in. And anytime you talk, you're going to get blocked. That's it for you. World Peace. You a man too. So you supposed to be able to speak. You in my classroom. You ain't no supporter. You don't support my channel. The fuck you think you finna, you feel me? Play with my moderators and pretend you with us. These women is fine as hell. Thinking about you. Get on somewhere and don't need your one neither. Nigga, what I need you to do is call it in and show these fine ass women that you deserve to be in their presence. All this other shit is for the birds. Press one. You see Taj? Taj kicked this shit at home and his girl loves him. Press one. Even more. Press because he got something to talk about. Press one. Hey, damn. I don't know why. I can't even argue with you. You should hear her, Tosh. I'm going to tell you what the girl be saying when you ain't there. I don't know why. I can't even win arguments with this nigga no more. It ain't even fun no more. This nigga, I can look right at him and he see through me. This nigga studying all type of shit. But I gotta listen. And I'm learning and growing. And I'm enjoying it, girl. Press 1. They like, slow down, girl. That's because you in a cult. That's because you in the cult, nigga. That's what they say. You know why? You know why? He got to be in the cult to be learning some shit like that. Press 1. Nigga can't just be a good person, bro. It's always different. You know why good niggas don't try to be smart and just play dumb? Because nigga, y'all just go stupid on us, bro. Now they in the cult. Nigga want to learn but y'all's Nation of Islam and use a Christian who believe in artificial laws of the universe. Press 1, so it's different when I do it. Call me Kush TV. You on the air. What up?
Okay, my apologies, brother. This time I'm dead serious. We had this conversation maybe almost 10 years ago. Yeah.
Have what conversation? Have what conversation? What is it?
I'm first generation cotton picker. My mom was black.
No, I don't understand what you mean. You had what conversation? You had what conversation?
We talked about owning land.
But I'm not talking about that, sir. I don't want to talk to you about owning land. I'm not talking about that. It ain't even like most of you niggas talking about owning land, still talking about that 20 years ago, and you still ain't own. I just started talking about this 6 months ago. I'm already about to buy a house, bro. I don't even know what y'all own, G. I'm smooth. I don't even want to hear about no niggas who drink beers and try to. We talked about this 10 years ago, and I said it first when you wasn't even around, and we was talking about those on www.whogivesashit.com. If you smell what the rock, press 1 is cooking. Give a damn about none of that. I said, then what happened? Get that shit up out of here, bro. I'm the first. You didn't kick it like this. You didn't kick it from your gut, from your genetic makeup. You talking about owning land. I ain't talked about owning land. I'm talking about raising my people up. You feel me? I ain't talking about owning no land and how to get by commercially without doing this one and that one. I'm talking about this right here, the Great White Fleet. That's what's wrong with you niggas. You feel me? Who want to talk all that land ownership, and then you come to find out, nigga, you don't own nothing. You ain't using inbred foreigner trying to be something. Talking about, I'm from New York. No, you're not. You from Somalia. Press 1. That's where you from. I don't give no shits about nothing. They want to call in playing. Let them. Let them. Don't apologize yet, because I don't want to hear stuff like that. I'm talking shit and entertaining my female and homeboy audience. You know why? Because I've done the work to entertain them. You trying to hang out with me and talk to them. No, until you come to class and say something educated. Press 1. No. I put in the work. These my friends. No. They didn't come here to listen to you. You got to come with some work. They didn't come here to listen to Said. Said had to get known. They didn't give a fuck about Biscuit Head ass Amanda, but they know her. Press 1. For his glory. All these people. Nigga, use a non-factor. Press that whack 100. Say, press 1. Use a non-factor. I don't care about that. Nigga, you got to go through things here. Where Rico? Press 1. The Trident of Neptune he should have came with. We all over the Pacific Standard Time. Press 1, San Francisco, North Coast, the destruction of our homeland. He talking about, we talked about this 10 years ago. We about that one. You ain't did nothing comparable to my knowledge and wisdom. Nigga, my knowledge and wisdom surpassed you when I was born, nigga. Press 1, we get that through your motherfucking head. You can't never come against me with your puny. Look at my head. It's big because it's cranium. This is a cranium, nigga. You talking about Jacob, nigga, I am Jacob, nigga. You my son. Stupid. Don't you talk to your father the way. You wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for no Gillespie in the first place. Press 1. You wouldn't even be on this land talking about you free if it wasn't for a Gillespie. You just recognize who the fuck you talking to. Press 1. I'm tired of these niggas calling my show with 30% of their brain not being put to use. They only use 3% of their brain And they think they can call me and tell me what they was talking about 10 years ago. Nigga ain't even got no address. Press 1. And we talking about the Great White Fleet. He talking about we talked about. You ain't talked about no Great White Fleet. You ain't talking about the destruction. You ain't talking about who founded Oregon and Washington and who destroyed it and how Japan was going up the coast of California. Hold up, let me slow this shit down. This nigga probably ain't even researched his name. He don't even know who he is. Press 1. That's why I love it. You know, God shined me up for you niggas. He shined me. You can't beat me. I'm a bad man. Press 1. I'm the greatest of all time. Press 1. I'm a bad man. You got to get through Taj to get to me, and then you got to get through Said and all the girls. Press 1. One by one, bro. You ain't using non-factor, bro. Take your little knowledge and open up a YouTube page so you can start fresh. Press 1 so you can start fresh since it was 10 years ago, hater. You ain't never heard the word Great White Fleet form out them big sausage black lips of yours ever. Don't you get this shit? Don't you even think you can compare to me? You don't got Michael Jordans, nigga. You don't got Michael Jordan shoes. Press 1, you's a piece of shit. You don't got Michael Jordan shoes. You're not African American, bro. Shut up. Nigga, I get him. This the row. I'm the champion here. What you talking about? I'm the greatest shit talker of all time at the row. You better go over there with them Pan-Africans where all that done shit makes sense. You know why they call them Pan-Americans and Pan-African? Because they came through the Panama Canal. Press 1. And before that, it wasn't no attachment to these motherfuckers. See, we tethered y'all. The Federalists came down and gave you ties to the land. Because before that, you wasn't even connected to shit. You were down there like Austria, somewhere float. You would have floated your ass off in the desert somewhere. This nation is attached to the real North America you call Great Britain or Canada up there. This is all attached. And Greenland and shit. You the one about to sink way. New York is about to fall into the water. I just want you to know. Washington next right with them. No, fuck, let my shirt go. Let me go. No, they talking shit. That's why New York is finna float off into the water. Press 1. And Florida is going to be right there with they dumbasses. Press 1. Because it's all made up territory. And they ain't do nothing but put a bunch of sand out there and make it look like it been there. So y'all can say, this been here. Look at the map. Look at the map. Say 1303. Because it's published. It's a published in 1924, though. Made in the, but published in. Get your ass on. Press 1. Talk all that shit about who published the Bible. And you going to bring some old bullshit ass map to me. Press 1. The white man did this to us. Look what the white man showed me. We was already here. As an Indian. Yeah. Why would the white man tell you that? Oh, because this is how they communicated. But the white man gave you a Bible because they didn't want you to read it. Y'all niggas ain't fucking with me, bro. Y'all don't go back to sleep, bro. This ain't for y'all. You feel me? I'm different, G. We talking about the god of Neptune. See, when you bring up Serapis and all of this, and here they come. But none of they minions can touch us because we got them. Look at Saint Nick. You see him? You see that elf down here? You don't even know what this stuff represents. That's why God told you not to bring this stuff into your house and decorate this stuff. You can't serve two kings. Press 1. That's why they fuck they love. These niggas fear me. That's what I said, nigga. Fuck they love. These niggas fear me. Because I know who they father is. I know what laws they serve. I know who they sold to. I know who they enslave and bond. That's why. Press 1. And I got the historic accounts in my genetic makeup to wake the average nigga up. That's why. And you need notes. Nigga, you need books. Nigga, you need another supreme being master teacher to come and tell you something. But Mr. KevRow, press 1, by himself. uneducated at none of their school, at none of their lodges, at none of their Freemasonic orders. There's nothing, just walking with the good faith of God and his blessings of knowledge and wisdom and understanding to give to my people. So y'all can kiss my black ass if you thought I was going to come with long white hair in my hand like this and like this for Jesus Christ and all this other stuff. I'm coming just like this. This how they is. I'm catching where they at. Right there with Jordans. See, they don't know about style. One thing about you Africans, y'all don't even match. Because you can't do this. Press 1. I'm going to beat you. This is falling with style like Buzz Lightyear said. Y'all don't wear y'all shit like us. Press 1. Y'all don't wear the same stuff. Stop it. Stop it. And how you going, y'all preachers don't even preach like ours. Y'all don't translate the word of God like we do. Look, I'm smoking a blunt and teaching the people about history, time, laws of different spaces and time. Nigga, we all Picasso over here. Hit that like button and subscribe. Shout out to the people who support this broadcast. Who is this in my Cash app? Taj. Shout out to my man Taj. My man, it's good making you laugh. Hey, for Sean York Epstein III. No, that was Waterworld clowning the other day. Howard Payne. Shout out to you. Blackman, Alteric Blackman say, I appreciate you, Kev. Shout out to you. Shout out to TC. Shout out to John Dreyer. Shout out to who was it? Betty Hampton, Jason Harris, Cedric Jason, Jury Jones, Wish, Pam. Press 1. Pam. Press 1. You feel me? And they mad. They can't get out of the Serapis and these are just different names for the same God of commerce. Press 1, the God of the sea. But the God of the sea didn't create man. The God, the King of Kings created man. Press 1, the King of all kings, bring life. Press 1 and sacrifice his son. Press 1 for the redemption of the children of Israel. And y'all sitting back playing like this is a game. Press 1. And Kev is just breaking this shit down. And they ain't doing nothing but walking up these YouTube streets playing. That's it. You know, artificial intelligence can't come up with this. Artificial intelligence couldn't write a book like this. Artificial intelligence couldn't tell you this. You's a nutcase if you think Google and artificial intelligence and a robot app is going. You can Google AI. What's that one? We need another Mr. Gillespie that talks and acts and just like him, and they're gonna give you a fucking white mic over there. They're gonna give you a FBA. They're gonna give you everything that is not. Because you can get as close as you can. You can get this close, nigga. You can put hats on them. You can put them backward. So you can put LA on their hat like bruv across the. You can do all that. And I'm going to be as wise, as interpersonal as I am. Because I'm real. Press 1, I'm not Pinocchio. I'm a real one. I'm not one of these niggas who not attached to who they really are. I'm for real. They playing. They trying to get views. This don't come with views. This don't come with much money. It come with just enough. And if you play your cards right, it'll put you in a different position. Not, I'm going to get rich real quick. I'm going to put this work in and stay focused and not let riches and stuff be my drive. You feel me? Not let materialistic things, those things is okay to have when you chilling, but that's not everything. That's not, your Maserati ain't everything. You feel me? That ain't everything. You know, people, when you leave Earth, you're like, damn, did I say everything that I had to say and get off into this world? I'm going to say, yep. I already know I'm going to say, yeah. You feel me, Tosh? That's why I'm young, bro, because we already won, bro. Just in life, in our lungs, breathing truth like that, it's going to keep you young and keep you honorable and keep you moral and loving. And you know it's deeper than this little minor shit that this person can't see. You know? I do all this because y'all want me to do more. And I don't want to do, I don't feel I got to do more, but I tell you what, doing more for people to wake up, that feels good. You know what I'm saying? Even though it was like, I don't want to do more. Shouldn't have to do more. I must be honest and say doing more is what drives the page. You know what I'm saying? So even though my body don't want to, my spirit always come around like, bruh, this is too good. How could you not put this on the screen? Circus Soleil. Press 1. Is that Abraham Lincoln with a top hat right there? This is all of their roaming off. This is the God of the sea. This is all of this nonsense. These are wild men. They were pretending in Washington. You took their little Washington stuff as the whole estate. People and freemen of the heirs of freedom is who I'm talking to. You got to know that's not your history of Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln enslaved you. They didn't free you. George Washington freed you. In fact, he gave his royalty to the indentured workers. Press 1. Which was our people. Remember, Pearl said George Washington gave his whole estate to the slaves. No, he gave the heir the right to the people. Now, after me, there is none but you, head of household, and you're going to control your own estate when you become a man and be emancipated from the debt that you owe. But the bankers knew you know no knowledge of laws of that sort. Well, it'd be easy to conspire a plan with a banker who need leverage like human bonds like you. Press 1. To finance the fleet of ships that's going to get you the fuck up off the land. Now, when you come back, now you black or refugee underwater. Do you see that? Now, that's Adolf Hitler at his finest. Now, that's called paper genocide. I'm not just saying it. We mean it. Coffee and Kush TV. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for tuning in to the program. We'll see y'all Monday. Hopefully, I'll get a conspiracy show tomorrow in if we come up with enough topics tomorrow. But Urban Conservative starts Monday nights. KevRow. And look, support KevRow University, and all the other ventures are supported. Because that's how I support my co-hosts and my future co-host who's coming, whoever y'all are out there in the world for the Urban Conservative. I already got Amanda committed, so there's no going back. She's committed, bro. That's a wrap. Fuck that. You know, she has a keen for politics and being able to speak it now and in the past and see the difference. That type of mind needs to be heard. So I appreciate Amanda for being the urban conservative media guru, but it's time, yeah. Shout out to y'all. You got that. Press 1. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I'm gonna be posting more videos, my older videos on my Patreon and video section, so people can go back and 3-4 years ago and touch on these subjects that I was talking about 3 or 4 years ago and how it relates to now. None of the stuff we know now, we didn't know that back then. A lot of things we just set sail and said this is the truth. And look what we came back with. We dove off the deep end, and look, a whole community full of more truth tellers and researchers. God bless y'all. And I'll connect with y'all first thing Monday, if not tomorrow. But I'm enthused about Monday because shit, if fucking urban conservative again. And as always, family, I'll holla. Oh wow, okay. So I gotta do this.